Over the course of time, I've learned that there's a lot of haters for myself. There's even a guy that started an online website that has been receiving the leaked videos of my body camera that was confiscated by law enforcement. There's even an online channel of a gentleman by the name of Sergeant Blue Bacon. He's interviewed me once.
He started his own company so he could escort funerals.
He even created a parody musical of some of the videos that are out there on social media platforms saying that they were of me. However, a great deal of those videos weren't even true to that fact.
He claims he acts within the law, but that's highly disputable.
I shake my head wondering to myself, don't people have things better to do or worry about the ongoing pandemic that's out there?
Over the past 10 years, Jeremy has been able to get out of trouble in a way that makes him think that he's not doing anything wrong. And now that 10 years worth of trouble has caught up with him, everything's crashing down around him. I have a background in military police. I'm a private investigator. It's my job to find out the facts. I started a social media page where I'm known as Sergeant Blue Bacon, which allowed me to explain legal aspects of complicated things to people all across the world. Earlier this year, I discovered a YouTube channel that had acquired footage of Jeremy DeWitt and his company in action. He himself is quite a character.
Dumb in a blue car.
I posted the videos on my YouTube channel, and I had the chance to interview Jeremy.
I started to allow my security guys to start wearing tasers and the pepper ball weapons.
One of the things that I found very interesting when interviewing him was his insistence that he present a hard target by dressing similarly to a police officer. He's going to great lengths to portray himself as law enforcement so that he isn't messed with. Jeremy is impersonating a police officer. Jeremy is a narcissist and a compulsive liar. When I think about what he's doing, I feel pretty angry. The way he dresses, the shirt, the badge, he wears a bulletproof vest, carries a baton. He plays the part well. Most people think that he is a police officer. In fact, when they ask him if he is a police officer, he doesn't usually say no.
Law enforcement, identify yourself to me. What agency?
We're with Metro State. We're a state-certified agency.
He says that he's a state-certified agent, which doesn't really clear it up. It's clear that he isn't law enforcement because of the way he acts.
Get the over.
Stop pretending you're a police officer.
He's challenging people to fight him in the middle of the street if they don't obey his rules, which he's not allowed to issue by law.
Come on, let's go, bitch. Get out your car.
Jeremy's got a chip on his shoulder with law enforcement. When Jeremy interacts with law enforcement, he has the statute that protects some of his actions memorized.
Per Florida statute 960, we can have that.
And he sort of uses it to push them around. Jeremy needs to stop acting like law enforcement because it's a crime.
James, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
It bothered you that he's not, when people ask him, are you a law enforcement officer, he deflects and then says, I'm a state agent.
Sure.
State agency and state agent.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would like to start this by saying, looking at that uniform, nothing on there is illegal individually. The totality of the circumstances is where this becomes a problem. If I'm driving down the road and I see someone in an intersection wearing that, I'm not from Florida, so I can't speak for that, but that specifically, if I saw someone wearing that, stopping traffic, directing them, and I thought, well, that certainly looks like a police officer, because standing, 15, 20 feet away from it, I wouldn't be able to say, no, that's not a law enforcement uniform, having been law enforcement. And I went, hey, excuse me, sir, are you a police officer? And he said, I'm a state-certified agent. Well, that tells me nothing.
I think if you take that badge and you look at it, does it have a building on it that looks like the building that's on a lot of law enforcement badges? Yes. Does it have the same patterns and everything? Yes. It is something that might be used in Hollywood in a movie to represent to people that this is a law enforcement officer. And I think most people look at this and say that you've gotten as close to the edge as you can get without crossing the line, in hopes that people will assume that you're a law enforcement officer so that you can enjoy the gravity that comes with presenting yourself that way without crossing the line. And you seem to be badge heavy when you even don't really have a badge, but that you're badge heavy. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.